Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Hijinks and Handlebars.
Woo! Yay!
An actual play, well, hiatus handlebars, an actual play. Hold on, an actual play Dungeon World.
We'll get it. Stick with us. Stick with us.
With QueueTimes. See, okay, I've done it so many times with now that I'm trying to like very slightly change what I'm saying, it's impossible. Okay, it is a Dungeon World. It is a Dungeon World live stream with QueueTimes. Woo. Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. If this is your first time watching the show, then just so you know, we're usually a Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream, but we used to play in person and we're remote right now. We were a continuous campaign. We got like almost 50 episodes in our backlog, and you can find all those episodes on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars. And you can find that also with bit.ly/handle stream, capital H, capital S. But right now we're doing a Dungeon World miniseries. This is episode 5.
Yeah,
4,
5.
3, 2, 1.
5.
Episode 5. Yeah,
I think this is part 5.
So if you've heard about us before, or if this is your first time hearing about us, like, feel free to watch this episode. It should be fine on its own. But if you're excited and enticed by our chemistry and the way that we play together and the story that we're telling, then you can go back to episode 1 of this miniseries, which is also on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel, and it's on separate playlist that I don't know the name of. You'll find it. And you can start back from episode 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 today. There's not much. And if that all excites you and that's all very fun and good and you like that, then
this is called Hijinks and Dungeon World. I'm so sorry.
Hijinks and Dungeon World. Okay, great. Hijinks and Dungeon World. If that's good, then after that go back to the beginning of Hijinks and Handlebars and check that out, because that's our baby. That's our baby. Yeah, it's really great, and I'm very fond of that show. But this is fun. This is what we're doing in the meantime as we're playing remote. We didn't feel comfortable continuing the previous storyline just for technical purposes. We don't want to. That show can get very dramatic, and we don't want someone in the middle of like a very personal, on the verge of tears, and then we're like, oh, actually, sorry, you sound like a robot. Can you say that again? Can you? I'm sorry.
Start that one over again.
We've lost them.
Hey, can we just start from the top? Let's just go from the top.
Yeah, let's just start this over. Okay, so you wake up on a boat. I don't know. Okay, cool. I want to get some thank yous out of the way up here at the top. I want to thank Hunters Entertainment. They don't have anything to do with Dungeon World, but I'm going to keep thanking them because they are the ones who publish Kids on Bikes. Hunters Entertainment, I believe, just is releasing a new Outbreak, which I don't need to say, but it looks great. And Alex Hillman has guested on our show and has been very positive about everything that we have done and contributed to that. And so that's very exciting. So congratulations to them. Outbreak Undead is really wonderful. It's extremely technical and a lot of fun. So if you like zombies and stuff, I would check that out.
Such a tense game.
Yeah, very tense. Very tense. And speaking of tense, like the present tense, I would like to thank QueueTimes for hosting us and for making sure that everything is going the good way so that people can experience our show. The good way.
I love the good way. It's much preferable to the bad way.
Favorite NBC comedy series.
Yeah. Especially thank you to Jake and TS Quint. It's really, really wonderful the work that you're doing. I'm excited for all the shows you got on QueueTimes. Everyone check them out.
We got in the QueueTimes.
In the QueueTimes. Cool.
We're here while you wait.
This is a mostly 99.9% improvised show. So some things that might get brought up in the show that none of us know we're going to bring up or might happen. Might be triggering for some people, except just so you know, precursor, we are not going out of our way to be offensive. In fact, we are doing the opposite. We try to be as inclusive and accessible as possible. We are not trying to offend or hurt anybody. That said, things that certain people find triggering aren't necessarily offensive outright. It's based on everybody's personal experience. So if something comes up on our show, please, if you're watching this on Twitch, pause the stream, step away, do whatever you need to do. Take care of yourself first and foremost. We are a show. We will be here. If you want to keep watching the show, we would love that. You can reach out to us on our social medias, which this is at HandleStream, and my personal one is at KWilliamWhite. Yeah, you can just get a hold of me and be like, hey, we got to this part. I don't want to hear about this, but can you kind of get me so that I know what's going on without this information, and I will do the best that I can. I want you to be able to keep watching the show, and if you want to watch the show, that's cool with me. But first and foremost, take care of yourself. If you're watching this on Twitch, we won't be in the chat, but I will be watching the chat now.
Well,
I watch the chat now.
Yeah.
I have it open. But
I may have messaged once or twice.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have. But
sometimes you do. Spencer definitely does. So yeah, we're kind of in the chat now, but QueueTimes is in the chat. Well, there's Sam. Sam in the chat.
Sam in the chat.
But but if you're gonna watch this on Twitch later when the VOD goes up on YouTube, go there and put your comments there. It helps us, and also it's a really convenient, nice place for the comments to stay, so that I can respond to them very, very easily. And it's beneficial. I like to see what you all have to say, and it's really great. I believe everyone is getting into the chat now. The chat. Oh, it's just going. It's just last couple things I want to say. There is a tip jar, ! Coin. That is a direct and actionable way to give money to the shows that you want to support on this channel. The money goes directly to the cast and the shows and everything. So if you want to support Clear Skies, if you want to support Hijinks and Handlebars, if you want to support Denver by Night, Long Beach by Night, if you want to support, I don't know, can they tip Filthy Casual Fridays? Probably. Just ! Coin. Your money goes directly to the shows. So there's no no middle person comes in and is like, "Oop, I'm going to snatch that up." So we really appreciate it. And if you have the means, that would be great. Cool. All right. With all that said, I guess I can move forward. Hello, I am William, they, them, the GM for Hijinks and Dungeon World.
Hello, I am Jonas Newhouse, they, them, and I am playing the Salamander Immolator, Bowser, he, him, in Hijinks and Dungeon World.
Hi, I'm Spencer LaBelle, they, them. I will be playing Danail, the Eladrin Thief, who is he, him.
Bet y'all thought I was going to try to sneak in there where Spencer's spot was, huh? No.
You did it before.
I actually got the order right this time. I am Sam Richardson, he, him, and I am playing Ladislas, the half-elf druid, who is currently using he, him, but is gender fluid and may change pronouns at pretty much any moment.
Who's next? Is it Franny? Is it me?
I just realized Dindin's...
I messaged Jake. He was
okay, cool.
Handle?
Yeah, you're next.
Hey, I'm Chris. I am he, him, and I'm playing the Pelican Daddy fighter, Din Din, who is also he, him.
Franny, she, her, playing Brenner, they, them, human paladin.
Hell yeah.
I'm also going to quickly interject. Just if this is your first time watching, we're all kind of an adoptive family. Dinton is the daddy. Danail is the eldest, followed by Ladislas, Brenner, and then Dowser, I believe.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's
complicated.
It's unclear how old Dowser actually is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Officially, he's 7, but he's lived longer.
So Hijinks and Dungeon World. What happens on the show? You know, it's the end. It seems like it's the end of the world. A portal to a different dimension is opened up in the sky, and a big, cryptic dragon has gotten released into the Carl, the decaying black cryptid dragon, the just enormous, deadly dragon. Carl is ravaging the world, and our heroes, Din Din, Danail, Ladislas, Brenner, and Dowser, are all on a quest, it seems, to maybe resolve some things, or at least get out of the way. It is unclear. It is unclear if they have taken to the hero's journey yet.
I think as a group, it maybe is unclear. I think I don't know.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
What?
it's a miniseries. They're doing it. But they've taken that on. They are currently going through the Carillion woods, dark woods that are next to the city that they all live in, which is called Sindral. Sindral is
was called
Sindral. It's half destroyed now by a dragon.
It's just Sin now.
Yeah,
destroyed.
Yeah.
Sam, I'm glad we made the same joke.
They are in this woods. They're going through the woods so that they can find Gambador the Grump. Gambador the Grump is a sorcerer of sorts, who Dowser is positive has a way, or at least knows a way of resolving the issue at hand. So that is where they are going. Most specifically, what happened last time on Hijinks and Dungeon World. The group got out of a sticky situation with a gelatinous cube. I know. With the gelatinous cube, they beat it.
Beat it
by having Ladislas turn into a tree, and then they burned it. And then Dowser burned it.
Not the Ladislas tree.
Not the tree, not the Ladislas tree, but the gelatinous cube. As Ladislas was a tree, Ladislas, he had a conversation with another tree to figure out, basically the dangers that were going on in the woods, and if they felt like they were going the right direction. The tree was very, very informative. Had a lot of lists to burn through.
That was my favorite part of this series so far.
Yeah.
I can't get over the fact that you can just turn into things.
Mm-hmm. But after getting this information, untreed himself and traveled along with the group, all headed that similar direction. They all went forward as they do, attempting to get further into the woods closer to Gambador the Grump. They got tired and decided to make out camp.
Make out camp. We're a family, Dad.
They're all siblings.
Yeah, like the Lannisters.
Like foster siblings, though, am I right?
Okay, hold on. Keep recapping. You were better at that.
Moreover,
we were all better off.
And they all thought they were doing pretty great. I mean, Brenner prayed to their god, their unnamed mysterious god that we don't know about yet. Danail did some stuff. made some poisons, and went over some spell things. Ladislas was just chilling, keeping watch, and Dowser turned the helmet that he was carrying around into a better helmet that actually functions.
He fortified it.
Unfortunately, Ladislas had chosen the spot to make camp and had chosen kind of poorly, and they were actually atop a bed of assassin vines that all swooped out and tried to kill all of them. But they together they fought and they made it out alive, finishing up the episode with Dowser seeing a flame in a burning bush and reading those flames for a vision of sorts, seeing Din Din running towards them through the fire with Carl, the big, decrepit, absolutely murderous, dangerous dragon, flying behind, closing the distance between itself and Din Din. Din Din reaching out, almost a hand coming out of the fire at the last moment, out towards Dowser, and then gone. No one else saw this, but Dowser did.
Perfect.
And got the feeling that somehow Brenner, in their desire to befriend this dragon, may actually have something there. Mm-hmm. They packed up and they went on their way, and the last thing we saw was us pulling out away from the woods up towards the moon, where a dragon flew up in front of it, silhouetted, and let out a big fiery roar.
Do the roar.
Din Din, it has been some time.
Yes, it has.
Time for you. You think to yourself as you climb out of this sludgy swamp water. recapping the previous events. I mean, we left you. You heard Dowser cheering off in the distance, and you thought for sure, like, oh, I'm going to go right to them. But you took a few steps away from that axe wielding wild person that was also a father that you gave a father nod to. You took a few steps. You got just out of sight of him, and then immediately found yourself in quicksand. And you pulled yourself out of the quicksand and immediately found yourself in slow sand. And pulled yourself out of that and then immediately found yourself in medium sand, which just happens to be ground, sort of. But we're unclear about it at the moment.
The verdict is still out on normal sand.
Verdict's still out. Absolutely. I mean, like, you've run into, you yourself, I mean, like, you've run into fire eels. You've run into lizard men. You are like it has to be the worst part of the wood.
Yeah, I've experienced enough of this story to know
ROUS.
RO, yes, and the rodents of unusual size. I almost forgot again.
Well, you said RO yes, and it sounded like you just finished the word. It was very funny.
RO, yes.
RO yes.
Okay,
RO, yes.
I just can't stop imagining what if ROUS just stood for rodents of usual size.
Oh jeez. Oh wait,
Did they have?
God, if I had.
But in this world, rats are just fucking giant.
Yeah.
Like just by default.
Did I miss a Princess Bride reference? I need to exit.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, last episode for sure. Yeah.
The
Don't worry,
trees
it was said
spoke
out
to
loud.
Ladislas
Yeah, it was
and
said out
told
loud,
them all the dangers.
and I did not
sorry.
understand it. That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, I also did not get it. For the record.
Immediately.
And you call yourself a filmmaker. You're great.
Dishonor.
Dishonor. You step out. Like you pull yourself out of the swamp. You look like Rambo do, you know, like how Rambo do.
Yeah.
Except
Rambo
you're
dad.
Pelican Dad. You pull yourself up out of the swamp, and immediately, like you're on the ground catching your breath, and you look up, and at eye level, there are these like small, like there are like several, like 5 or 6 of these small, I would say 2.5 foot, like tall, but like hunched on all fours, frogs. They're like humanoid-esque. They have, I mean, it seems like they could stand up on 2 legs if they wanted to, and all of them are holding these like tiny spears. And then all 5 of them point their spears at you.
I don't like
and the
this.
one in the middle goes, and the rest of them go. What do you do?
So they're humanoid frogs pointing
Yes.
spears at me, and I don't understand what they're saying. How many are there?
There are 5.
5 is a lot.
You can do anything.
Yeah, I can do anything.
Shoot a fireball.
Shoot. I think the number one thing is get this spear pointed out of my face, and I will swing this knife. I'll attempt to swing the knife and do the same thing that I did with that previous. I think I just shove weapons out of my face and I try to gain the respect with dad look. I think that's my go-to strategy.
It's like the Paddington stare.
Yeah. Yes, it is like the Paddington stare.
The cold stare.
It's the Paddington bear stare. Yes. Okay. What did we do for that? I can't imagine it's a parlay. It must have been like was it Defy Danger or a hack and slash?
It could be a hack and slash.
I had a feeling it was Defy Danger.
I feel like it was parlay.
No.
I also feel like it was parlay.
The initial thing was a parlay, and that failed. And then an axe came swinging at you, and I had you defy danger. You defied danger using strength, and you succeeded wildly and caught the axe with your knife and flung it off at a tree, and it thunk stabbed into a tree. Sorry, I remembered it all as it was as I was just describing it.
Thank you, GM.
So yeah, I would say yeah, you can defy danger. You can use charisma if you want, but but you can also use strength to use your knife to like get this thing out of your face.
Mhm.
Like you're not necessarily trying to hurt them. You just want to get the spear out of your face. So I think defy danger would be the role here.
Yeah, this is showing strength so impressively that I can work it into parlay, probably. And here we go. That is a 6.
Oh boy, Din Din.
Total?
Oh boy.
0
Oh,
point,
no.
0
Oh,
point.
well. Does it? No. Okay. I thought I could use a move here. I cannot.
You have strength?
I do have strength.
That was 6 total? What did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Oh.
Okay. All right, that'll do it. I love it. Okay, so you go to swing, and like they immediately like there are 5 of them, and they're all pointing their spears at you. So you go to like go get these spears, and one of the other spears just like thunk, and like knocks your knife out of your hand. And then one of them picks up your knife, and they and they keep their spears pointed at you, and then the middle one that is not bigger but has a soul patch.
Patch, or was this like a
no, it's
found
like
soul
they
patch?
took like some moss
Great.
and like some swamp stuff and just like, put it under put it
It's
under
like a
there.
little bit of algae.
Yeah. But that one like straightens up a little bit, like gets up on two legs, its hind legs, which it's now it is like 2.5 feet tall. Before they were all like kind of scrunched down with you. But it's 2.5 feet tall, and it like lifts its chin up and looks at all of them, and its bulb like is like and all of them like nod, and you hear like a chorus of like and they with their spears still pointed at you, 2 of them come to either side of you, and they start picking you up off of the ground. Are you going to do anything?
No, I know a hostage captive situation when I see it. I'll go. I lost.
They grab onto you, and the last thing we see of Din Din is Din Din being pulled off into
The last thing we see of Din Din.
pulled off into the woods.
Din Din or Chris is gonna come back playing 5 frog people.
In a trench coat.
Pulled off into the woods, out of sight. The rest of the group, you've been traveling for. It's like we cut it down to 1 day of travel. So it's like you have now been traveling another half day. You come through like this clearing, and there's like this wide open, like the sun. It's like the sun has risen. It's yes, it feels like that. No more singing that. We're gonna get a copyright check. This is very much a pleasant choir boy moment, if we will, and
Concerning dowsers.
Wonderful. There are birds flying through the air. This is the most beautiful you have seen the woods since you have been in it. It feels serene. It's wide open, and like often there's like a little river, like this tiny river that's like right in front of you, that's like guiding through this grassy plain, and off just in front of you, you see a shack with like an old like vine covered outside, and like the door is like covered in these ornate vines that like you would think it was just the environment growing around it, but they are like patterns in like almost like a mural. You see like a knight fighting a dragon, and like very intricate designs that are detailed into these vines. What do you all do?
Darcer is entirely sure that is Gambador the Grump's cottage. We are safe. We have made it. Do you think Daddy Din Din is here?
Only way to find out is to go in.
Yeah. Darcer's gonna run, okay?
Okay, be careful.
Elder starts charging for the house.
Okay, cool. I mean, you don't have to roll for that.
Srogi catches some of the birds out of the air and just eats them whole.
I love this like serene like moment. It's like, oh, this is so beautiful.
He's like 2 doves, like love doves, just like flying along, and yeah.
See, I'm picturing
birds
us
gotta
on
eat.
like the crest of a hill, so we just get this kind of glorious view. We get the slow-mo of the doves like start to do that upward like John Woo flutter. Then Strogan just comes out, just
Oh, Srogi, hey, wait, be careful with the blood. And we all get splashed a little bit. Okay.
I had no idea doves had that much fluid in them.
Yeah, sorry about that. And Lad is headed for the cottage as well. Dowser, wait up!
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, are you all going towards the cottage?
I think Danail is going to take a moment and just kind of appreciate the view and just kind of experience what they're feeling for a second. Since this is kind of the first moment that things have actually slowed down for a second.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Brenner is just finishing up knitting a scarf, and they want to give it to Gambador as like a, when you go over to someone's house, you're supposed to bring something.
Very polite.
Yes.
Very polite, Brenner.
Yes. Brenner's a very fast knitter. Crocheter.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah, I think you
do
can.
either.
You
Either
can knit
or.
a scarf or crochet a scarf.
Mhm.
I think so. I don't know anything about either. Yeah. So Dowser, you get to the house, sir.
Dowser gets to the house, and there is, I assume, a front door, a door of some kind.
Yeah, a front door with an ornate vines.
Yeah, with the vine shit. And Dowser is going to knock 3 times on the door.
Yeah, you get one knockout. And then you get knocked out. No, you get one knockout. And you hear from the inside like, who is it?
Dowser! Gambador the Grump?
You hear just like stomping like footsteps and
Dowser's like tapping his feet, like dancing.
And then the door opens immediately.
And Dowser jumps and gives him like a big hug around the neck.
You get stopped by a hand on your face.
Like,
I mean, and this is an elf. So like before you, like what you're seeing is this large. I mean, like as stereotypical of a like wizard you could see. Like I mean, honestly, picture Gandalf. Like
Gandalf the Grey.
That is like what you see in front of you. Except like this person has like a kind of like shallow, like angular face, with a beard. Like this big, like grayish white beard that is clearly not attached to and then has this like material for like hair that is like falling out of like a big wizard hat. That like the hair does not match the beard. It is all like it's like a very slightly different color, and not only that, but it does not look like real hair. But it's there, and
so like bad wig vibes.
Yeah, bad wig vibes. Puts a hand out like and stops you. I was like, oh no. Stop! No! Stop. And this person pushes Dowser a little bit away and goes back to close the door a little bit, and it's just like creaked out, and it's like, no, you can't come in. You need to leave. There is nothing that I have to say to a Dowser. Yeah, all of you salamanders tend to find me, like no matter where I go. It's like every time I move to a different location, there's this new folk tale that all of you salamanders tell each other, and then suddenly, a Dowser appears at my doorstep. No Dowser this time. Wait, are you the same Dowser from last time?
Yes, but I think the answer really is no.
Yes, but no. So so there was a different Dowser.
To me, it is yes, but I think to you it is no.
Oh, I see. All of the yes. Whenever there is a Dowser, you are one in all of the Dowsers. You are Dowser. Dowser. No. Every time a Dowser comes to me, something catches on fire. My cottage burns down. My family is nowhere to be seen. And okay, I found them later. I was the one who lost them. But I just can't. I cannot today. I just cannot. No, Dowser, I just cannot.
The Grump, Dowser is very, very careful. You haven't even seen how careful I am.
Okay, wait, hold on. Who is this? And just a lot of fast.
Dowser, you're so fast when you want to be. Okay.
Well, I really, really want to be.
Is my family back there. So how can you help us stop the big, mighty apocalyptic dragon that may or may not be named Carl?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, no. The big mighty apocalyptic.
We don't really have a whole lot of time. If you could just like front load the information, that would be really helpful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I wasting your time? Okay, well,
a little bit.
Brenner comes skipping in with their scarf and kind of just does like a swing and around the neck of Gambador, and they just say, "Hello, grandfather."
That's Brenner.
Okay, hello. No,
I want to like try to pull Brenner off of him.
When Brenner does that, Gambador the Grump actually like gets in really close to you, and like is very like completely stone faced, like piercing eyes for a moment, looking like right into your soul, Brenner, and just goes, There's something about you that does not belong here. I don't like your presence, but I do like your present."
Wait. Brenner's part of the deal here. Like we're all sort of in an adventuring party together.
No, okay, stop. Everyone stop talking. And I also, okay, wait. Brenner and I know Dowser. Okay, Dowser. And you're.
I'm Lad or Ladislas. Lass. One of the three.
One of the three. Okay.
Really, any of the three are
all
applicable.
right. Great. Wonderful. Okay. Do you know who I am?
Yes.
Yeah, you're Gambador the Grump.
So
Gambador the Grump.
Yes, no. What's the second part of everything you're saying right now?
Grump?
Grandfather.
Grump. I'm not the grandfather. It's Gambador the Grump. The Grump.
Yes.
What makes you think that I want a bunch of kids coming to my door?
Because you're a grandfather.
I'm a grump father. If we're being real.
Mr. Grump, no, what makes Dowser think that you want us at your door is everything Dowser has ever known is what it is.
Dowser,
Yes.
I just... Okay, all right. I can let you inside of my home. I can let all of you inside my home. I could do that. But that would make me feel very bad, and I would hate it. So...
If I may.
Okay. Yes, Dowser, please.
It's just, Dowser can only speak for himself, but I'm very comfortable outside. If you want.
You could just come out here with
we could
us.
just have a picnic outside. You could make us some food and tea.
This is a pretty great little valley thing that you've got here. So
I could make you some food and tea.
Sorry.
No. I could make you. Like you coming in here, throwing a scarf around my neck and calling me grandfather, I can make you some. Okay, all right. And the door closes.
Oh.
Some tea.
I think he's grumpy right now.
Dowser has heard the grumpier Gambador is, the more we need his help. So we must be persistent, okay, family?
Okay. I would like to turn into a spider.
How big?
A spider that can get under the door.
Okay.
I don't think Gambador's gonna like that.
That is an 8 + 2.
Oh, so a 10.
Yes.
Nice.
I little scramble under the door.
Okay, hold on. Right when you break the barrier of the door, can I get a wisdom saving throw from you?
Yes.
Yeah, the threshold of the door. The threshold.
That is a 9 + 2 and 11.
Okay. You squeeze under the door. You feel you feel weird for a minute and you shake it off.
And then I'm going to first, what do I see?
What do you see? It's very sparse. A lot of like ornate stone in detailing in the walls and everything. There's a nice fireplace. There isn't a fire in it at the moment, and everything. And you hear Gambador scurrying around, the clanging of dishes and everything. And it's nice wooden floor. It's kept pretty well. It's not like dusty or dirty or anything. And there's another door that you can see leading directly into the back. That would just be like out the back into the field, like behind of the cottage or anything like that. And then there are some stairs directly to your right that where there is like a broken open latch that leads to a basement.
Okay. I just want to go ahead and use all of my hold and just turn back into a human person, or a half-elf person, rather.
Cool.
Outside.
Yeah. There's like there are windows, but they're all way taller than you.
Can I just like look in?
Yeah, you can. You can do that.
Okay.
Oh, hi. So I don't think we were really finished with that conversation, but
so as soon as you open your mouth, you hear like a shriek, like
A yelp.
Yes, a yelp, a Yelp review. You hear a Yelp review.
4 stars will not return.
Hold on. Oh my gosh. There we go.
I won't look.
Thank you. Okay. And I need you to do a wisdom saving throw.
okay.
Wisdom saving throw. I'm saying this like it's D&D. I need defy danger wisdom.
Oh, hey, William. That's double sixes plus 2.
Oh,
Finally. I guess I've been saving all of my good rolls for this session. So hopefully there's some big stuff happening today.
There's finally somebody who can help us, and now it's time to be an asshole to them. That's where our luck's been.
So that is a 14 total.
Fuck your peace and quiet.
Cool. Yeah. So, just coming around the corner, Gambador like is shrieking and like is like reaching out a hand and points it towards you, and you see like this magical like zap come out, and it just like hits you and like bounces off.
Ow. I don't think we were finished with that conversation yet, and really, this is very rude.
And then another one, and it bounces off of you.
Yeah, I get it. You can bounce things off of me. It's
Stop.
sort of
Just
uncomfortable. I wish you
like,
wouldn't.
don't
I
move.
just wish you.
No, I get and another one, and it bounces off.
Why is this something you're testing? Is this a challenge?
Hold on. Wait. I've forgotten to say the words. I'm so rude. I've entered your house, and now I'll turn into a mouse. And another zap like comes at you, and it like just bounces off of you.
I could turn it if you want me to turn it. I could do that after we have our conversation, but
no, I don't want you to voluntarily turn into a mouse. I want to turn you into a mouse so that you feel oh no, Gambador the Grump is so powerful and so grumpy, and also turned me into a mouse, and there's nothing I can do about it. And another zap comes and just bounces off of you.
But if you turn me into a mouse, I'm pretty good at turning myself into things and then turning myself back out of things.
Wow, cool, humble brag, great.
No, I just mean like if you turned me into a mouse, I'm pretty sure
powerful.
I could turn back into myself.
You found your way through my magical barrier, and you're inside of my home.
You're in danger too, so.
You guys, this is just mean Harini.
It's Harini beneath that beard, isn't it?
I'm so sorry.
Lad says, well, you're in danger too. That big dragon, maybe named Carl, hard to say at this point, is definitely going to burn this cottage down as well as the rest of the countryside. So it really seems like you should be helping us instead of whatever it is that you're currently doing.
Gambador leaves, like goes around the corner to another room when you get done saying that, and comes back holding a tray with like tea and biscuits.
Are those for us?
Well, yes, you said I should. I mean, if you had waited, I would have come out and brought tea and biscuits.
But you said you were so grumpy, and then you shut the door in our face. How are we supposed to interpret that?
The last thing, I shut the door in your face to go make the tea, and I don't want you inside of my home. Like, how am I supposed to interpret you breaking into my home?
Wow, I really misread those signals. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Dowsing knocks on the door 3 more times.
Lad opens the door for you.
Hold on.
Oh, come on in. Gambador is just making us some tea and some biscuits.
It seems I just wanted you to know, Mr. Gambador, that Lad just went inside. I'm sorry that I snitched on you, Lad, but it's important to Dowser.
It's okay. We've already gotten past it. I admitted that I was wrong.
Gambador just starts walking outside and shoos you outside as well, Ladislas. And closes the door behind him. And then guides you all over to an empty area of dirt that is in the middle of this grassy plain. And then as he steps onto the dirt, he taps his foot twice, and stumps grow up out of the ground, one for each of you to sit. And then in the middle, a very large, what are those? The large trees, the red oak trees.
Those are big, I bet.
Redwoods, yeah.
Redwoods.
Like one that is that big. It comes up in the middle as just a table, basically. And he sets the tray down on the table, and he sits down. All of you have stumps. He is risen. Another an ornate, very decorated, very fancy, comfortable looking trunk that actually looks like a chair has come out of the ground, and he sits down in that and grabs some tea, and he's like, "All right, fine, I've made tea for everyone, so everyone come on over."
Dowser grabs the red one that has a lizard on it and is clearly scalding hot.
I think that's the teapot, Dowser.
And the teapot is for Dowser. Mr. Gambador knows.
Okay.
Thank you, by the way, Mr. Grump. Siblings.
Thank you, Mr. Grump.
Where's the nail? Have you seen the nail?
What makes you think that I'm old?
Where?
You seem very wise. And your beard is very long.
Yeah, it's really the beard.
And your voice is very kind. And usually kinder people are older.
Dowser only knows you've lived for many Dowsers, but Dowser would not say that he thinks you are old.
I'm 600-ish.
Wow.
Which is old for some of you, perhaps, but for me, it's not necessarily that old. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Very many Dowsers.
The one off in the distance, just kind of staring at the landscape. What's with that one? What is that one doing? Is that part of you?
That's Danail.
Danail, what are you up to?
Danail in this time has taken a sip from his flask, meditated on its flavors, the oily texture running through it, and takes a moment and kind of pulls his hair back and kind of runs his hands through his hair. And as Danail does this, his hair shifts from an icy blue to kind of this light golden color matching the sun. And as an Eladrin are seasonal elves and goes through this shift from winter to summer. And then gets up and joins the table.
Another stump rises up for you to sit.
He does that sometimes. Danail, I really like your hair.
You're super
Thank
strong.
you. I would like to give you some pointers.
I wish I had hair like that.
Can't you just do it?
No, I'm only a half Eladrin.
Fair enough. We're going to have some pointers on your B&E later. First off, don't make yourself known. Second, avoid the front door. Anyways, hello, Gambador. I assume my siblings have informed you?
Yeah, say thank you, Danail. You have to say thank you. It's polite.
Oh, thank you kindly for your tea. And are those crumpets? Ooh.
Yeah, crumpets.
Blueberries.
It's a slew of fruity dessert treats and also some bready goodness. I heard somebody several times say something about a big dragon that came out of the sky. I don't know.
Yes,
that's correct.
His name is Carl.
Yeah, Carl is the name as given by Buener. We understand that many times when Dowser comes to you, Mr. Gambador the Grump, it seems as though the world ends shortly after, the world starts to be ending. But this time is different, Mr. Gambador, because Dowser thinks the world is already ending.
Okay. So I did have a feeling that something had occurred. What not like a day ago? Does that seem about right?
Yeah, that's about when the portal opened and the dragon came out along with his many minions.
Can you give me a little more information about this portal opening? What exactly started the whole thing? Was it?
Ritual.
A ritual. Okay. Yes. There's usually a ritual that opens a portal. I need something a little more specific than that.
Well, Brenner and Dindin were both kidnapped, and then they were taken to a big tower along with 5 other towers. And the towers all channeled electricity up into the sky, and the sky sort of like split in two with a big wide slit down the middle. And then that slit is where the dragon and all the minions came out of.
Oh, I see.
But Brenner and Dindin are both okay.
Wait, Dindin? Who is okay? Dindin's Danail said father.
Dindin's are dead.
What does Dindin look like?
He's a pelican.
A bird.
Very handsome, strong, very kind face, and has a pelican head. Yes, and a knife, kitchen knife.
And so, and where is Dindin for you? Like, why is Dindin? If Dindin is your father, then why is Dindin not traveling with you?
He made Carl run away, and then we haven't seen him yet. We was hoping he would be here.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Have you seen him?
I have.
Is he here?
Yes.
What?
Hold on.
Dad!
And Gambador just like snaps his fingers twice, and out of that river. That was the separating the cottage from like where you all were up on the crest. A bunch of little frog people come out of the river, and they have little spears, and they start like
Dalton's like clapping delightedly.
they start like walking towards the outside and around of the cottage, and they open this like cellar entrance that is on the side that was covered by, it was just like a mossy rock. And they move that to the side. It looks like it's a fake rock. It was not very heavy. They just like push it, and they open up the cellar, and they go down in there, and then moments later they come back out, all of them like with Dindin like on top of them, like sprawled out, like, and they're like walking towards you all. Dindin is unconscious at the moment. But they bring Dindin over and just like lay Dindin down, and then Gambador taps his foot twice again on the dirt floor below all of you, and a bed of roses appears like right underneath where Dindin is, so that it's the soft ground for Dindin to be laying. And then Gambador says like, you said there was a kitchen knife or something?
Yeah, Mr. Graham. Thank you for saving our dad, by the way.
Okay, hold on.
You're indebted to your frog friends.
Excuse me. There was a kitchen knife. Right. And that's Gambador doing that, and then one of
Wait, did he say kitchen knife in like common?
And then yes,
kitchen knife.
And then one of the frog people looks like really bashful for a second. He kicks the ground, and then Gambador looks a little more grumpy and is like, huh? And then that frog person is like, and then reaches behind them into a pouch and produces the kitchen knife and lays it like knight style across Dindin's pelican chest.
Am I up yet?
Not yet.
I'm first glad to see that Daddy is awake. Thank you again, Mr. Gambador, for being so graceful, gracious.
Yeah. Yes, I send my frogs through the swamp, the dark swamp, pretty regularly.
The swamp?
The swamp. Yes, the dark swamp. It's the section of the woods. It's the most dangerous section.
Oh, I know. I talked to the bunch of the trees who said that.
Oh, you talked to the trees. Which tree did you talk to?
That's a good question. I'm not sure I ever got a name.
Wow, never thought to ask a name.
No, I think I did ask, but I'm not sure I ever got a name from it. Anyway, Dindin was in the swamp?
Yeah, that's my frogs.
Wow, and he's okay?
Oh yeah, I mean, it seems like honestly, Dindin was put through a whole slew of challenges, and when we found him, he was not looking great. We weren't sure right off the bat if the frog people, I should say, we're not sure right away if Dindin was like bad or good or whatever. So they took him as a prisoner and brought him to me, and immediately I would have had a conversation with him, but they pulled him through the barrier of my cottage before I had a chance to allow him in, and it immediately knocked him unconscious. So I haven't had a talk, but I mean, like, he's only been here for like half a day, so it's not. At
this point, Danail is going to go over and kind of like cradle Din Din's head, and from his thigh pouch is going to pull out a little tablet of plain salts and see if that can rouse Din Din. And kind of gently hold it up under the nostrils of Din Din's beak.
Lad just has his hands raised, or his one hand rather raised.
Yeah,
Danail to wake up.
Yeah, that can just work. This isn't like a deep like unconsciousness or anything.
Okay, Din Din wakes up in like he's immediately in danger mode. And he grabs Danail and he's like, no!
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Second time doing it, huh?
Oh, it's you.
We're at Gambador's.
You're all right.
Are you all right? Breathe.
We're at Gambador the Grumps. We made it.
Din Din, you made it through the dark swamp.
Other claps.
What's that?
Well, it's like the light swamp, except darker.
Oh.
It means you're a certified badass.
Certified badass.
Yeah.
Well,
that is what it says on that little nice to meet you tag that you have on your lapel.
The frogs actually left you a card.
Well, I'm just glad you're all right, I guess. Where's my knife? You.
Yeah, it's on your dress.
I got it. Okay.
Question.
Oh yes, Ladislas. Yes, go ahead.
So if I don't, something about this story doesn't make sense. If Din Din got dragged through your cottage and then got turned unconscious, why didn't that happen to me? Did you let me inside?
No, I didn't let you inside. What did you do? I figured you like dispelled it or something.
No, I just turned into a spider and crawled into your door.
And like you didn't like there wasn't like a feeling of like, oh no, time to go to sleep.
No, mostly it was just I crawled under your door.
Nothing at all. You didn't feel a single thing.
It was really just the feeling of the door and the ground, and then how much I crawled under it.
Well, I just kind of like that Gambador.
Okay, all right. And
I do want if you could teach me the thing about the stumps, though. I'd really like to know the thing about the stumps.
I'm wildly powerful. I'm so
Gambador
strong.
the Grump.
I see that, especially with the whole stump thing.
Hold on. I'm not Gambador the Grump. I'm Gambador.
Oh.
And people call me Gambador the Grump just because because everybody always comes to me when they want something, and like over and over and over again. If everybody in your life was coming to you just to get something from you, don't you think that would make you a little like grumpy when strangers would come around? That's all I'm trying to say.
Well,
that would suck.
Your grumpiness was a virtue and a reaction to just sort of the way the world is. And the grumpier you were, the worse the world is, and the more it needed your help. So, Dowser does not have to call you Gambador the Grump, but
on a wholly different subject matter, I think the scarf looks great on you.
It really does. It really is very.
It really brings out your eyes.
I was just gonna say that it really does.
Brings out your eyes. It does do that.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I do, in fact, like the scarf very much. I appreciate it. Did you make it yourself?
I did.
That's my sibling.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want anything? Do you need a set? I can make you a hat and some mittens really quick.
I don't really need a mittens necessarily, but
a matching hat would look great.
I knew yes, a knitted hat. So all of you, there's some sort of an apocalypse going on. Based on the things that you've told me, I believe I do know what is in fact happening. All of that is going on, and then you're taking beats. You're doing this interesting thing where you're taking breaks to tell me flattering things and to goof around. Is that just like your family dynamic, or like?
Pretty much. Yeah.
They are silly. Now,
all right, they are silly.
Gambador. Is it Gambador?
Gambador, yes, Gambador. And you are Din.
I am Din. I'm their father.
You are their father. Okay.
Now, we are somewhat a silly family, but we are on the run, and we don't even know if we want to stop this thing. I don't know if my children came to some consensus that they want to be dragon slayers or something, but
No.
you seem to know a lot.
Bowser needs to save the world if it's ending. That's all he knows.
What I want to know is this something we should stop? Or is this something we should give up on and move to a new town over?
Well, there's not going to be a city that you can go to because the 5 major cities, Sindral, the one that I believe you're all from, unless you came here from further away than that.
No, Sindral is right.
Yes, Sindral, Novre, Evrim, Saw, Way. Those are all also going through the same thing that your city is going through.
All of them have a dragon?
There are 5 dragons?
Okay, I don't think there are 5 dragons, but they are
one
definitely
very productive dragon.
One very productive dragon.
That's almost worse.
And a horde of demon spawn.
Oh, that is worse.
Those are the minions that I saw. Yeah.
Yes, the horde of demon spawn is really. I mean, like that. Every single city is being overrun with those right now. I can guarantee it. The dragon, on the other hand, I mean, it could be doing whatever it wants. I mean, honestly, it's a dragon. Really,
Gambador.
dragon. Yes.
I'm just going to apologize for a change in tone here. I would rather have a moment of civility. I'd prefer the silliness over the apocalypse. But do you know how to kill it?
Do I know how to kill the dragon?
Yes.
Not really. I don't. I. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, dragons live forever, and they don't die, and they're impossible to kill. So, I couldn't think of a way. I mean, like the way that we've dealt with dragons in the past is to open a portal and get them to go through it, and then close the portal. So, it seems as though someone has opened a portal and let a dragon back in.
Are you familiar?
Out, you know. The portal isn't still open, is it?
Is it?
Can we see
the portal? The portal's definitely still open. I definitely saw the portal still be open.
It is hard to see them like like those parts of the sky from here, because the woods are like offset from the cities, and like the trees. But if you went up into the sky, like over the tree line, you could definitely see.
Well, as Vlad did say, that it did say open. And probably Gambador, you should get up there and take a look if you still can do that.
I suppose I could do that. Yep. And Gambador like steps up off of the seat that he was in, and then puts his hands to the side and looks up to the sky, and immediately like just flies. Like from place, like up.
Bowser is not so sure that it's actually important for him to see. Bowser just wanted to see him do that.
Srogi is just circling up there, and he sees Gambador, and like there's a look in his eyes that like maybe food? Hard to tell. Unclear whether food or not.
Waiting for further instructions.
Yeah.
And then from all the way up there, you just hear like, "Oh, yep. Oh, that looks pretty bad." Yeah. I can't believe I didn't see that. I mean, like, I suppose I didn't fly up in the air like a day ago or something. Well, my bad.
Okay, Gambador.
I'll take the L on this one. And Gambador comes back down. Well, that looks particularly bad. Furthermore, saw a dragon off in the distance. That thing is huge.
Yes.
Hard to miss. Hard to miss.
Like debris dragon.
Yes, Brenna.
Well, but do you get the sense that maybe Carl isn't so bad?
No.
Do you get the sense that that's a possibility?
No. What? No. What? Like a possibility? Like are you trying to have tea with the dragon? Was that what's going on?
No, I just don't think Carl's as... I don't think his intent is to destroy I think Carl's scared.
I think intentions and actions are entirely separate things. And in a court of law, you're not judged by your intentions, you're judged by your actions. And that creature has caused a lot of destruction.
I would like to...
Hold on. We're calling the dragon Carl. Is that what's happening right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if there's been a consensus.
Did it when you talked to it, did it say like, oh, hey, it's me, Carl?
No.
No, it's sort of a nickname.
No, admittedly.
It might have said that we don't speak dragon.
You don't speak dragons speak common.
Oh, well, it didn't. Right?
It's a funny story, actually. Our village, or like our little block in town, had a wild mongoose running around once, and Brenner led it into our house and started saying, "Richard is hungry," and so that's just a thing that they do sometimes.
I forgot about the mongoose.
You fed it a week's worth of potatoes.
Yeah, but then it saved us from an infestation.
That's true.
I still write him letters.
Yes,
The mongoose?
So weird.
What is his mailing address?
Oh, it's secret. I can't tell you. But he's doing very well.
That's good to hear. And Lad just gives like a covered look to Din Din. Like, are you sending these letters?
Look, I just have to... I send responses sometime. Don't tell Brunner.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of you.
This is all of us now, by the way.
Okay, great. Yes, I mean I figured. So there's 5 of you.
Well, for now.
Din Din, please have a seat in my chair.
All right.
Okay, great. 5 of you, and then there's okay, we have the portal in the middle. That's like let's just well, we could imagine this, but maybe it would help if it was above you. And the red oak like trunk in the middle of all of you just breaks out of the ground and like is now floating above all of you. Okay, and then we have oh yes, that'll do. And Gambador points up at Strogi and like Strogi's gone for a moment, and then like
what?
And is suddenly down, like just circling like right next to all of you where the trunk is and everything.
Gambador, would this help you at all? And at this point, I'm going to pull out the, I believe it was the weather vane that was channeling it with the kind of symbol casted into it.
Oh, Joe, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
I've got walking around with that? You're just pulling it out in public to anyone?
It's like
really?
floating a couple inches since I am using an unseen servant to carry this.
I've got it too.
Well, you're not someone.
And I'm going to pull out that ritual dagger.
Oh my, okay. All right. Everybody, so, I mean, when you see mystical objects, you just pick them up and you carry them around?
Yeah, pretty much.
We have to learn about them, and we don't
I'm a detective.
Okay. All right.
I'm just a collector.
Hey, keep both of those away from me, because that knife is not what you think it is. And that...
What is it?
It's not a knife?
It's a knife. Well, yes, it's a knife.
Well, Dowser thought it was a knife.
It is a knife, but it is a very specific ritual knife. You literally don't know what you're carrying.
No.
We were hoping you could tell us.
Okay, if someone touches that weather vane thingy that you have this symbol, that's a specific rune that sucks the energy force from whoever is touching it and sends it to the portal to open the portal more and more. It can only happen during the ritual. So since the ritual is not happening, it wouldn't open the portal any longer, but it would zap the energy from the person who touches it and holds it. It's not a permanent thing, but if you've touched it before, you are like immune to it further. But if I were to grab that right now, if I were to grab that from you, if I were to touch it in any way, shape, or form, it would zap me of all of my energy for like a full day. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I mean, this trunk would fall and crush you. All of the stumps would probably disappear or something. I don't know. Well, they're probably going to just stay there.
Would it be possible?
Just from a single touch, it would zap me. It would zap me from my powers, and it would be a real problem.
If the energy that gets leached from the rune doesn't go to feed the portal, is it possible that we could harness this energy that gets siphoned off?
I mean,
somehow channel it. Say we have a second rune, or we have a counter ritual. Could we use it to channel? I don't know. You're the expert.
If you had something else, like something to store the energy that was being zapped by that rune, I mean, I'm sure you could store it somehow. Yes, I mean that's actually a good idea, and that's surprising. I'm coming from how silly all of you are.
Well, we are all heroes in a certain way.
And you, Ladislaus.
Yeah.
The knife is a very specific ritual knife that has a soul inside of it.
Lad kind of like holds it up and says, "Can it talk?"
Can it talk? No, I don't think so. So, all right. This is the perfect time for me to dump a bunch of knowledge on you. So,
yes, this is why we are here. Dowsy like sits up in his chair.
So the ritual is the ritual to bring about the end. It's already begun. And the way that this works is there are 5 pillars. And the 5 pillars, all of them channel the energy through the ritual, the sacrifice of 5 very specific special candidates that then are taken into the energy of the weather vein, blasted into the sky, and open the portal. Their souls from the dagger, then replacing the soul that was inside of the original body, making them into conduits that they can use to control whatever comes out of the portal. How do you have the knife?
Well, we did stop the ritual, but then I think we all started the ritual again when we all got little pieces of ourselves pulled up into the sky. So
yeah, when I was on the slab and there were the other ritual people there and we killed all of them, one of them said that if we did not do that, then they could have controlled it. But since we did stop it, nobody can control it, which sounds like what you were saying, kind of.
Wait, so Brenna was on the slab, was going to be sacrificed.
Yeah,
I
correct.
barely remember anything.
Okay.
but we stopped it.
Yes, you stopped the latter, like the end of the ritual, which for the whoever is doing this, that part was so that they controlled whatever came out of the portal, which is the end, by the way. The end comes out of the portal.
Is that Carl's name?
The dragon is not the end. The dragon is at the beginning of the end.
Oh. Okay.
I don't get this.
Carl's under so much pressure. He's the one that had to start the whole thing.
Oh, he did a good job.
Yes.
I don't know.
That poor dragon. Yeah.
Well, fine. I mean, I know all of you don't believe me, but I just go on. What were you saying?
I just want to say I believe you a little bit, Mr. Gambit, you know about the flame a little. The flame thinks Brenna might be onto something.
The flame that the dowsers communicate with.
Yes, it's same flame everywhere.
Well, yes, it's the same flame everywhere, but nobody else.
Right.
The flame believes sort of what Brenna is saying.
Danail.
The flame thinks they're onto something.
Danail.
Yes.
I don't understand this newfangled. What's going on?
Dowser.
What's a rube?
What's a rube? A rube is a sucker, like a mark. I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Why does it need a soul?
I don't entirely know. I assume it's because a soul is kind of like a form of energy. So if you have a really corrupt ritual, you could use a soul to like process it. In the same way, a lot of magic just uses, blood or the latent energy in the air.
Okay, and did he say who we need to kill yet?
We're still figuring that out. Don't tell Brenna, but I think we have to kill the dragon.
Okay, I thought you were going to say we have to kill Brenner. That would break that.
Don't tell Brenner, but I think we have to kill Brenner.
Character, I imagine that being like when you're like during a movie, being like, "Wait, what did he say? Who is that? What happened?" And like as you're talking about it, you miss other more important information. It's just
Yeah.
Din.
Mm.
We can't rule it out.
Oh. I mean, I always thought Brenner was possessed by something, but, whatever. No, we're not going to kill Brenner. No.
Hey, William?
Yes.
I think as this conversation is going on, Lad is like half listening to what Gambador has to say, but also knowing that there is a spirit in this knife, I would like to try to use Thing Talker. So I see the spirits in the sand, the sea, and the stone. I can apply my spirit tongue shapeshifting and studied essence to inanimate natural objects, such as plants or rocks, or creatures made thereof, as well as animals. So I am gonna try to talk to the spirit in the knife.
That's cool.
Sick. So you're like off to the side a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm still sitting on this stump, but I'm just like staring really intently at this dagger.
Cool.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey. What was with that? Was that you breathing before?
What? No, I wasn't breathing.
Oh, who are you?
Todd.
Oh, hi. My name's Lad. So we have sort of names that sound similar.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we have in common.
Hey, what's going on?
You're stuck in a knife.
Right.
How did that happen?
I'm sorry, what part of the cult are you?
Really high up in the cult.
Can you parlay?
Parlay with the knife.
Is it charm?
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
Oh, buddy.
Oh boy.
I like
what are you
how
in,
much
in the goal in the cult? Real high up, the top. Real high up.
That is a 6 - 1.
Ah, okay. Cool.
So I'm just like basically the top, but not quite the top, you know?
Oh,
You know how
yeah.
there's the top, but that's not me. I'm just
Of course.
right beneath that.
Right below,
the top.
right below the top. So like the second top.
Or it's like second or third, you could say. I guess
definitely not top.
I got a raise recently, but I don't think that really came with the title.
Oh, a
change,
raise!
so-
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, really.
Well, they
good
figured
for
it was
you.
like the end of the world, so like money
course.
doesn't really mean that much, you know.
Who gave you the raise?
The top.
The top. Oh yeah.
It came from the top, you know.
Is it still Zimroy?
No, it's not. No, they've changed since you went in the knife.
Okay. Cool.
It's now. It's now.
Gambador. Oh wait, I probably can't hear that.
It's now.
Is it Gambador?
Falsner. You know Falsner? Yeah,
Wow.
maybe not. You might have just joined. He
That
might
was a
have
really lucky
joined.
guess, and that kind of pisses me off.
Wait, lucky guess.
I know you're
What do you
lying.
No, I'm not lying. I'm in the cult, right near the top.
No.
Right
You
close-
just it's like
close
you have
to
a
the
book
top.
open. You have a book open, and you just like picked a name out of a book, and it just happened to be right.
Cut to Lad outside of this, holding a book, a novel open that he had been reading up to this point. No, definitely not. So I was just wondering how you got in the knife, though, because it's weird because like a ritual like Wicked didn't work.
I volunteered.
You volunteered to be in the knife,
I
so you're
volunteered
like
to be in
a
there.
bad dude.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so you were
Okay.
supposed to sort of get replaced by my sibling.
Cool. Hey,
Mhm.
hey, wait, your sibling?
I don't think I want to talk to you anymore.
Wait. I there's something you might want to hear.
Okay, what?
The ritual isn't ruined.
It's pretty ruined. I mean, there is a dragon, but
there's dragon and then the end. And because you stopped the ritual, then that means that the end is going to come and nobody's going to be there to control it. Correct?
I just really feel like we started out in a good place, and now we've gotten to sort of.
You wait. We can be buds. We can be chill.
I don't know that we can be chill. I don't know.
You just gotta know this one thing. One thing. Lad, was it?
I didn't tell you my name.
Yeah, you did. I said I was Todd, and you said you were Lad.
I didn't. That was a fake. That was a pseudonym that I use sometimes when I'm in the cult.
You're not in the cult.
When I'm in the cult, I use a pseudonym.
Okay, what was the name that you had said before? Who was the person above you?
Did say Falsner.
Okay, you remember. All right. Okay. All right. The thing I want to tell you, and this is the only thing you need to know, and you and I can never speak again. All right. Ritual isn't broken. As long as you have the knife, we're actually in a good spot. Because if the end comes and you decide that there's nothing else that you can do and you need to take control of it, the person holding the knife, as long as they are a loved one and they plunge the knife into the victim, the ritual still works, except you will then be in control.
I just gotta say, that's really messed up.
Hey, I'm not the one who writes rituals. It usually has something to do with a loved one.
I feel like you should just look for other rituals that don't involve that.
Okay. So a rube has a signal on it, and
No. A rune with an N. A rune is a carving which is designed to evoke power or channel energy.
Everything you need to know about what you need to do next. Any questions?
No, Sir heard and retained all of it perfectly.
Okay, great.
I finished your hat, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's lovely, Brenner.
Wonderful. Okay, well, I haven't time. I have to escape to a different reality, so I'll be doing that. I'm sorry.
I don't want you to go.
You don't want me to go? I mean, okay.
I feel like I never have time with you, grandfather.
I'm not your grandfather.
It's just Gambit, though. I mean, I also heard about you his whole life, and and we're just meeting up again. It's like we need a longer reunion than that. Can we go with you?
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, you could come with me if you'd like.
Is it safe?
Yeah, it's safer than here.
Dowder looks around at his family like, can we go?
No.
What?
You can, but
Danae, we have a way to get out of here.
You're welcome to take it.
Danae, you're being stubborn again.
Yes, I'm going to be very stubborn right now. I don't think any of you had what I had back in Sindril. Do you have any idea how many gangs I had been a part of? How many connections I had in my network? How many people I had to work my way through up the City Watch? I had a lot of people that were relying on me beyond you. And they're gone now. And I dedicated myself to trying to do the right thing when I could. I couldn't always. I had to look out for us many times. And now that is free. And I spoke to the late Saint Matthias. And do you know what it said to me, Gambador? I know you've heard of Saint Matthias.
You know him.
That the only way to put it back was to kill it. And you say a dragon can't be killed. Maybe you're right. Maybe Saint Matthias is wrong. Maybe you're wrong and there's a way you haven't discovered. But
with runes.
Danae?
I have a responsibility here.
The one thing I'll say, Danae, as far as deciding whether or not I am right or wrong, I couldn't even keep a child from breaking into my home.
I'm a young adult.
And they're very impressive. I mean, you should see them turn into a tree.
You have the monitors. I'm sorry. I stumbled. I stuttered. Allow me. Lad, you have the manners of a child. You're rude to a potential informant, and your indelicate fashion of speaking could have lost us. Gambador could have shut the door on us, could have poured it away, and you could have cost us everything we have learned today. Just out of pompousness. What's going through your head?
I was trying to do like you would do.
You wanted
We were
what you wanted
excited,
and didn't think
Danelle.
about the consequences of your actions.
I wanted what was best for all of us. You always say, don't give up, just keep going. That's what I was trying to do.
I also say, be clever, be polite, and be cunning. And you were any of those things?
I think it was cunning.
It was. You played a trick, and you outmatched their tricks. And you got inside.
Mr. Gambador, you really couldn't stop Lad? That wasn't something you didn't decide to let them in. You couldn't do it?
For all intents and purposes, Ladislas should be unconscious right now, on the floor of my home. I don't know what happened. Also, afterwards, I tried to turn Lad into a mouse a few times.
You can do that.
Well, okay, yes, but like if I had done it, it would have been like.
Oh no, that's his head. You would have been not controlled by him, but by you, and you turn them back when he wants to be, right?
Right, yes.
When you want them to be.
Yes, they would have been under my control. There would have been nothing you could do.
Turn the dragon into a rat.
Well, I could. Okay, it is very unlikely that I would be able to do anything to a dragon. Dragons are very like, especially like that dragon. If I'm remembering this correctly, based on the ritual, that is an apocalypse dragon, which magic does not do much to an apocalypse dragon. If I'm being quite frank, at least my type of magic doesn't. So, I'm going to. You have the information you need. Does anyone need it repeated? Because I know Dowser heard it, and Brenna, I think you heard it, but you were knitting me a hat at the time. By the way, the hat looks lovely. Thank you so much. But
I think it would be safest if you could just repeat the bullet point, so that way we can make sure all 5 of us are listening.
You have to find the people that they stabbed with their ritual knives in the separate cities, and you have to get their souls back into their bodies and get the souls inside of them out.
Oh.
And we do that with the ritual daggers that were used in their respective rituals.
Why don't you just say that? What's all this stuff about runes and signals and?
Well, yes,
it's magic, Dad. Don't worry about it.
Grandfather,
are trapped inside of the other ritual daggers. Yes, Brenda.
So, am I one of those people then?
Yes.
And Father?
You didn't stab, though? Is you? Oh, Dindin. No, Dindin is. I mean, like, I don't know.
Well, almost all of us touched the rune, and the energy came out of us. What does that mean?
Well, it just means that you all helped open the portal.
Oh, but that's over.
That's over. That part's like.
You don't have to think about that anymore.
Yes, you don't have to think about that anymore.
That's good. Dad, you can forget about that one.
Yeah, the portal's still open, so you just don't have to worry about that because there's not much you can do about it until you can get all of the daggers, put the souls back in the people's bodies, take the soul like out first or whatever, get it back in the dagger themselves, and then here's the tricky part. That is to prevent them from ever having control over the end. I personally don't know how to close the portal since it has been opened all of the way. I don't know that part. You'll have to figure that out. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's about all I can do.
Am I soulless right now?
No, I mean, no, the ritual didn't go through, so you've still got your soul inside of you. But
You said there's something that isn't right.
yeah, but you've got something else going on as well, and
Can you tell me what it is? Because I've been feeling something, but I haven't been able to put into words exactly what it is that I'm feeling. I do feel strange. I have felt strange. Have I been strange to
A little
you?
strange.
I mean, you've always been strange, but lately it's been a little bit more than usual.
There is your soul that I can sense inside of you. And then there is something else. That's all I've got.
So is there anything that I can do as one of these people to help make this new mission of ours easier?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I had more information for you.
If Dazzler can give a suggestion, if there's another soul inside of you, maybe you can talk to them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, for now, as we do with all these family decisions, I decide we leave the realm with this Grumbador, and if anybody opposes, what?
It's Gambador.
All right. Well, Gambador.
Did you just say Gambador?
I think he did. I'm sorry, Mr. Gambador.
If anybody opposes, if anybody has any other ideas, you're free to do so. However, as a unit, this is my decision, and if you oppose it and you need me to change my mind, and I shink my arm onto the redwood table, and I say, as per usual, you have to beat me in arm wrestling, or that's my decision for the family.
So are you saying?
Danelle, I know you care for protecting your citizens of the town or whatnot, but there's nothing to go back to. And frankly, if you can't beat me, I don't think you have the means to protect the people you care about.
Danelle's gonna take a long sip of his brandy and then offer it to you, Din.
I take it. I gulp it. Challenge still stands.
Cool. I wait. You just drank a whole mouthful of oil of Taggart. You'll be asleep in minutes. I have an immunity. All right, Dad. Notice the oily taste? You get a little bit of the texture? I've always put this family first, Dad. I've always put the family first.
You really walked into that one, Din.
I don't believe you.
I just, well, so I'm sure I'm in a weakened state, but I'm a strong bird, you know that. And obviously, whatever effect it's having on me, it's having on me.
I don't want to just drop you, but just to read the oil of Taggart is, if it is applied, such as if it is ingested, the target falls into a light sleep.
In theory, instantly, but it sounds like that's giving you room to roll for that a little bit. But
Danae, I'm imagining how this plays out in Danae's head is that you'd be too lethargic to be able to fully resist and be strong. Danae probably would not take your hand in an arm wrestling if Danae thought there was a chance of losing, to be honest.
Okay, Chris? Are you okay with doing an arm wrestle at disadvantage?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool. You're still stronger than me. 2d6 contested?
So I do 3d6 and I pick the lowest two, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yes.
I got an 8 flat.
I got 2 1s. So I take Danielle's arm, and then like I fall asleep, and I go, "Attaboy."
Gambador,
Be clever. Be cunning.
Gambador comes over and to lay you back down in the bed of flowers, Din, and as you're going down to the ground, he slips something into the palm of your hand, and rests your head down and whispers to you, Din, the offer still stands. If you ever find yourself in that much danger, this will take you and your family to me.
And then I collapse.
And on that, I think we're gonna take a quick break here.
Hell yeah.
Really quick. Yeah. We're gonna do a quick break, and then we're gonna do like 40 minutes after that. So a shorter second half, but I wanted to finish this.
That was
scene.
a good.
Yeah.
Cool. Really quick though, Spencer. Holy hell!
Yeah, that was a good move.
That was dope.
Honestly, I had been thinking about that. I was gonna try and play it on Gambador if I had to, but then Gauntlet got thrown.
Well, you set that
Wonderful.
up when you were like, drinking the oil. All right.
Cool. Okay. We're gonna take 10 minutes. So at 9:15. Okay.
Oh, thank you for the 100 bits, Daddy Ewok. I believe that's what that is.
Yes. At 9:15 we'll be right back. So go take a break, do whatever you need to do. We'll be back to finish off this episode of Hijinks in Dungeon World.
Ba-ba-da-boo.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We are back from our break, and so are you. That said, so we open on Gambador the Grump, who is collecting all of his things and going off and packing them all into a giant just like sack. The whole thing seems very magical. And trailing behind Gambador the entire time is Dowser.
Yeah, who like I don't imagine that Gambador is like especially chatty and has been talking, and I think Dowser almost like uncharacteristically has also been pretty quiet. He's like every once in a while has been like,
it's a cup for Dowser. Here's going away, Dowser.
And almost like it is unclear to Gambador if he's talking to himself or to Gambador. And then he just like kind of stops following and says,
Mr. Gambador? May I speak with you? Sorry, Dowser's been following for some time.
Gambador stops and sets the sack down, and when it gets set down, it like hovers back off of the ground a little bit, and Gambador like crouches all the way down. Like Gambador, I think I said this a little bit, is very tall.
mm-hmm.
I mean, he's like 7 feet tall, and crouches all the way down towards you, Dowser.
Who is like 2.5 feet.
Yes, can I really have to get an I mean, there's only a matter of time before something's going to happen. I just need to get out of here.
I understand. I just wanted you to know how much of an honor it is to finally be meeting you. I mean, truly, we've heard about all of the wonderful things that you have done and the wonderful Dowsers that you have helped. And do you remember Dowser?
Do I remember? I remember every single Dowser. I mean, the one Dowser over and over again. Yes.
You remember the Dowser who came back?
The Dowser who came back.
Yes, the first Dowser, the only one who came back. You were a boy, a little one, barely bigger than Dowser, which is hard to imagine.
So I'm sorry. It was like 600 years ago. I'm not ringing a bell.
Dowser remembers. Dowser wanted to say thank you. Is the only thing, really, for helping him.
You're welcome.
Do you think, Dowser? Do you think I'm gonna go back?
Like, do you think you'll die and then someone else will take over?
That's what happens.
Yes. Given the path that you're on, if you don't follow me into the this separate reality, probably.
Well, the Dowser who came back, didn't die out here, but died underground after saving the world. Dowser wants to do it again. So Dowser wants to go with you, but I can't do it. I can't. I need to be the second one.
To save the world.
And then go back.
And then go back. You could save the world and not go back.
But then what? If Dowser's out here, the world's just going to end again and again and again. I can't stop it forever, right?
Well, it's not like you're the one that's ending the world every time, is it?
Dowser doesn't know that.
Dowser, I sincerely have never enjoyed interacting with you all of the many times that we've met.
Dowser.
I find you very aggravating, and every time that you've come to me, it is generally for something catastrophic. So really, you know what? Next time you come around, how about you save the world? And when the world is saved, I'll be able to sense it, and I'll come back to this reality, and then you just come and visit me for tea. Does that sound okay?
Just for tea?
Just for tea. No end of the world. No you showing up and needing something from me. Just you, Dowser. Maybe your family. Bring them along. I don't care. Everybody sits down. The world is safe. The world is fine. Nobody's asking anything of me. And we just have some tea.
Well, Mr. Gambador, Dowser would love nothing more than to ask nothing of you. And for now, that can start now. Well, can Dowser ask one more thing?
Yeah, you got one thing. One more thing, Dowser.
Dowser gives a big hug.
Yes, Dowser gives a big hug.
And
yes.
And Dowser now completes the leap he had started when Gambador opened the door and wrapped his arms around the false beard and neck and just gives a big, warm, smooth hug.
And Gambador pats your back and says, okay, gotta go, bye. Snaps his fingers, and you are left there holding just a beard and a wig. The sack is gone as well.
Dowser takes off his helmet, looks at his hands, and leaves to find his family.
Were you about to have a beard?
Leaves to find his family.
Let's see here. Danail and Brenner, you, I believe, are in the library, which is in the basement of Gambador's cottage. The cottage is still there. All of the books are still there. I mean, Gambador doesn't need them. If he needed the books, he could just come back for them. But as far as he's concerned, all the knowledge is right up in there in the brain. So you are in front of some shelves of some books. This looks like the biggest library you've ever seen in your life. Most of, surprisingly, Gambador's home is underground. So when you got into the basement and you saw this library and you saw the first shelves, you're like, oh, there's a few books in here. And you got just far enough where you could see down the entire like hallway of this like long aisle that is just books on scrolls on books on scrolls, like just extending down underneath the forest floor.
At this point, Danail has kind of set aside a few choice tomes that look like, okay, these will be useful. Mull over them later. And is kind of quickly siphoning through them, trying to sort through what could be possibly useful given... I'm just going to think out loud for a minute, Brenner. I say, and then I don't say anything else. There's a lot of balls in the air, and there could be any number of outcomes to all of this, and I don't want you to feel forced into following me. I think it was kind of a dirty trick I played on Dad. I can't leave, but that doesn't mean you have to stay if you don't want to.
Oh well, I'm always gonna want to stay with all of you. I wouldn't ever want us to split up.
And
So
if we did split up, where would you go?
I don't know. Maybe I would try and go back home if our home is still there.
All right. Danail's gonna kneel. If I hunt this dragon, and if I die doing so, what will you do? It could happen. Brenner, I don't want to make you confront things that you don't want to see, but it could happen. And this is the path that I have set out for myself, that I don't think I could sleep at night knowing that there is something out there that this big that I didn't try to stop. And I may not be able to do this, even with all of our help. And it may happen, so you need to be ready for that, okay? Good. Now come here. And Danae pulls you into a hug.
Brenner holds you really tight. Can you help me with something?
Anything.
Well, there are a lot of books in here. I'm trying to find anything that has to do with two souls or anything about the ritual that I was a part of. I really want to figure out, what's inside me that's making me feel so weird.
I did find this one, and Danae is going to go over to the smaller stack of tomes that seemed useful at a glance. This is a book. It is a little older. It's a book on theology, I suppose. It's I guess about the idea of not most books about theology and all religion ask more what happens to our souls after we die. But this is more of an exploration on what happens to our souls while we are alive and how our souls are a part of us, but simultaneously separate from ourselves. If I were to cut myself, it's not my soul that bleeds. So it kind of explores that. So I thought maybe there could be something there. And this is going to sound heinous. I was hoping to find an extra copy of this, but there were texts that this actually used to be outlawed, but long ago they said that there were sorcerers that were capable of using souls and just breaking them down into energy to fuel very powerful magic. Long ago that anybody still living, even the ancients have it's been outlawed since then, but if there were surviving text, maybe, I don't know, if I could find something like that, maybe we could find a way to split two souls apart. I don't know. It sounds horrible to think about it, honestly.
May I see it? May I see the book?
I wish. I haven't been able to find a tome that detailed on this. Again, this is ancient. Honestly, it's bordering on story here. But my personal theory is if we could find a library in another city, this is the sort of thing that if we could find a text is without a doubt outlawed, and such a book would be contraband. So it could be possible that a rare collector, some crime lord's private stock. Maybe.
Well, what makes you think Grandfather Gambador doesn't have it.
Well, I haven't gotten through the full library yet.
Can I look for it?
Yeah, actually. So there's a special move called supply. I want to kind of hack that really quick. Because it's like when you go to buy something with money on hand, if it's something readily available in the settlement you're in, you can buy it at the marketplace. If it's something special beyond what's usually available here or non-mundane, roll plus charisma. On a 10 plus, you find what you're looking for at a fair price. On a 7 to 9, you have to pay more for it or you sell for something similar. And on a 6 or less, you don't find it. That's plus charisma because you're like haggling and like word of mouth, like finding the thing. Instead, I want you to roll just plus intelligence. And if you roll a 10 plus, you are going to find a very special tome, like what you're looking for. If you roll a 7-9, you will find something similar that probably won't give you all of your answers, but will be leading you in the right direction. If you get a 6 or below, you just won't find it.
Okay.
Can I also make a roll on this, William?
Yes.
And Danail would also outline to Brenner as they help Danail search. The things that Danail are looking for are alchemical tomes, which could help in here's a recipe for a poison or concoction or potion, as well as books on artificery, how to create magical devices. Like, hey, you have a rune here that can leech energy. Here's how you build an arcane battery to store that energy. Something like that. As well as, theories on the fundamental, how do you break down the magic of a soul? Being the big one. That's 6, 8, 10.
What did you roll, Franny?
I got a 6.
Yeah, 6. Okay. I'm gonna say, Brenner. Yeah, you feel it's this library's like just so big. I mean, like you feel like demoralized. It's like hard to even get started, like where to look. And right when you may be feeling like giving up because it's like just such a huge task. Danail comes up to you holding a very old, ancient-looking tome that seems like kind of out of place around the rest of these books. Even though the other books are rather old, this is like a stone like tome. This is a thing. And Danail, like funnily enough, you like there's a section. It's not well placed. This isn't like what are the Dewey Decimal System or anything. What did we use?
Did we not use Dewey Decimal?
No.
ISBN.
I don't know. But we both worked at a library.
Yeah. A while ago. Okay, it wasn't like yesterday. I don't remember.
But we did work there for like 3 years.
Every time I feel like I figured out, this is the Gambador's organizational system, it almost looks as if he got bored halfway through organizing it, changed up the system entirely, and then started making a new organizational system off of that. It's just a chaotic mess. But
yeah, you find a section that is like that is just tomes. So there's a section far, and it's just like a bunch of tomes, and that's where you found this, and you bring it to Brenner.
This may have something for us.
Brenner takes it and opens it and starts just kind of leafing through it.
Careful. Be gentle with the pages.
Yeah, as Brenner is like going over this like stone tome and everything, and like looking down at the pages. Danail, you are seeing Brenner's head like tilted down, looking at them, but there is like a shadow of a head that almost like it has forgotten to also look down at the tome as well.
Danail does not take his eyes off where he thinks he's seeing something.
And just like you blink or it's like your vision like coming back to you and that thing is no longer there.
Like eyes adjusting to the light.
Ladislas and Dindin, where are you both up to?
I think we're together. I want to talk to Ladislas, but I think that Dindin is preparing rations for the journey. Yeah.
While Dindin is doing that, wherever he is, Lad is sitting not next to him, but somewhere nearby, laying completely flat on his back. And he's just looking up at the sky, and he's holding this rock. And you just see as he throws the rock up into the air, we just track upward with the rock. And then as it comes back down, it lands in a monkey's paw. And then he just throws it up again, and it lands in an octopus's curled tentacle. And he throws it up again. It just keeps changing form. And I just want to... I think Lad is feeling a little bit like he doesn't know what we should be doing. Like, I think there was this moment with Todd that really scared him, and then followed immediately by this pretty tough conversation with, should we leave this world forever? And Danail telling him that he essentially screwed up this whole thing. So I think he's kind of turning to a pastime that he used to do a lot, which is that he sits outside and listens to the wind. And just tries to get a sense of where the natural world is at. So that's what I'm doing, just listening to the wind.
Dindin looks down at Ladislaus and how many forms are you at now?
I think when Dindin looks up, the thing that is looking back at him is a pangolin, a pangolin just laying on its back, and then as the rock, he kind of moves his head, lets the rock hit the ground, and becomes a half elf again. I don't know. I sort of lost count. And I think he undoes his hair from where it has kind of been up in a braid and says, I'm feeling like she, her right now.
All right. You want some, and then Dindin holds out a bread loaf with butter on it.
No, I'm not really hungry.
You want some
I don't.
Dindin?
I don't know where are we gonna go from here? Are we headed to the dragon? Is that just it? We're on a collision course now?
Yeah, I suppose that is the way it's going to go.
I can't believe you left this up to an arm wrestle, Dindin.
That's how we've always done it.
But it's such a dumb system. What if someone was just really strong? What if and then I think in that moment, Ladislas just turns into a bear and just kind of puts an arm out as if to arm wrestle, and then turns back into herself and says, what if I just did that? I would win every time.
Well, I think you're underestimating how strong I really am. But
I turn back into a bear, and it's a little bit bigger this time. And then back into myself.
Les, how old are you?
18, 19, I think. 18?
Wow. Every time I look at you, I go back. I know time has passed, but I just see that 10-year-old kid that ended up at my doorstep, and I remember you were practicing trying to become bear form, and you kept turning into a small little koala.
They're so cute. I just couldn't get them out of my brain. Once I started thinking about them, it was just all koala.
I'm not as smart as you or Danail or, frankly, Brenner. I think I give Dowser a run for their money, but
You want to talk numbers, Batty?
but the reason why I leave it to an arm wrestling was I wasn't trying to gauge your strength. If you truly feel something and you truly believe you can accomplish something, you'll find a way to do it. And I felt the same way about Danail. And frankly, I could pull that kid's arm off. But if he really wanted, if he really knew that he could do it, he would find a way. And that's why we do arm wrestling. And even if you were a bear, frankly, I don't know. I think I could tear that bear's arm off. But
do you want to try it? We could try right now.
Save your energy.
I could be a bear. It's not that hard.
Well, the way of the rules is you'd have to do that to Danail. So I don't know. Figure that out amongst yourselves tomorrow or something. But what I'm trying to say is I would trust Danail. We might have a chance. I don't know what that is. Frankly, I don't even know what runes do, but Danail and Brenner and Dowser and you two, lass, you all know what you're doing.
It seems like, what if... I think we do have a chance, Din. But I'm what happens if the chance is too much? What if it costs us too much?
It might very well. We're fighting a giant dragon that burnt the town, but then we keep doing what we do or we change our strategy. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
And
I trust you.
Both of you are being, you're well lit by the sun. It's still day. But suddenly like a cloud covers both of you. You're shrouded in a bit of darkness. And Lass, since you were saying that you were kind of like attuning with kind of nature and like what was going on around you, like listening to the wind and everything, you hear a disruption of the wind. It's going all over the place now. And the both of you look up, and I believe Dowser's outside as well, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, was Gambador packing up inside or out?
Yeah, just inside. Yeah, on the.
I think. Well, so Dowser, when I said to find his family, I think he actually went to raid the cupboards first for ration stuff. So he probably is like bringing stuff outside to give to Din now.
So the three of you at least can see this, and like maybe even Brenner and Danail are coming up from the basement at this moment as well. But you look up to the sky and you see hundreds of tiny flying creatures, or at least they look tiny because they're so far away, but they start getting larger and larger. They're not, you get the feeling with your sense of depth that if these things were upon you, they wouldn't be bigger than you are, but there are a lot of them, and they are exactly what you saw coming out of the portal.
Uh-oh.
Dad, I bought some bread and fruit, but you're looking up, right?
Yeah.
Put it in my bag.
Can Dad take one now because he's very scared?
Time to go.
All right, take the north road. Let's get moving.
Dowser's eating one now. You didn't say no. And he's gonna give you that.
Everyone, I want you to defy danger. We're gonna do a thing that that the GMs do when there's like a lot of enemies attacking, as far as like dealing damage is concerned. I'm gonna have all of you. Let's have all of you roll 1 die, and we're gonna take the 2 highest.
Okay.
Deal.
Roll my Dowser die.
That is a 6 from me.
I got a 6 too.
2. So
we have a 6 and a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Yeah, so all of you start like rushing away from Gambador's cottage, like off into the woods, away from these things. They start almost like fighter jets, like fighter pilots. They start like falling in time with each other, going down all the way to the ground, and they chase you into the woods. As you look behind you, you can see some of them making it through certain parts of the clearing. They're flying, they're weaving through branches as you are rushing forward into the woods, like further and further away from this clearing, losing more and more light the further into this you go. These things, every once in a while, they will smack like directly into tree trunks and branches and will get caught up in vines. And it seems more and more of them are making it into the woods, but keep getting like clotheslined and are having way more trouble in this environment, attempting to fly the entire time than you are, almost to the point where you would think that it isn't very comfortable for them to be on the ground. And the more you see them as they're getting closer, like one of them, like Danail, as you are running through the woods, one of them comes like right up on you and just past you. You're able to jump past it, and it just rams right into a tree behind you. And you see that they're like, the way that they are designed is they have wings, like with claws and everything, but they do not have like legs and feet and stuff. So they're just like, they are
like
just
a Zubat.
They have torsos.
Yeah, they have torsos. They're just these like mobile, like flying demon things. And all of you are running for your lives away from these, and you hear the like gnashing of their teeth as they get closer and closer to you, and then that symphony of horrible sound falls further and further behind you, and all of you are now all that you can hear as you rush forward, going where you feel you need to go. And next time on Hijinks and Dungeon World.
Oh, danger.
I want to clarify, Dowser is still wearing the helmet and does not seem to have the wig and beard on his
I cannot stop picturing just a horde of Zubats flying after us.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So they just have dangling like torsos, but just without limbs.
Well, it has like, it's like arms or wings.
Sure.
Like, so it has like little claws at the end of the.
And then its torso just goes straight into a tail.
Yes. Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense. Cool.
Yep.
What kind of face?
Bad.
Like a baddie kind of, piggy kind of,
like gargoyles,
Sure.
but bad.
Sure.
Like bat.
Didn't you see the Swan Princess, that animated movie?
No.
Oh man, because the monster in that is making me think of what these monsters are.
Hey, maybe send it to our group chat. And then maybe I'll put it on our social media and be like, here's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, this thing has legs though. This thing's got legs.
Without legs, it's kind of that.
Oh, does it? Oh, yeah. You looked that up so fast, Sam.
I'm looking at it too. It's somewhere between like a bat and a dog.
Thank you for
that's
watching.
beautiful.
This was episode 5 of Hijinks and Dungeon World. This is our mini series of Dungeon World for now. If you enjoyed this, go back and watch the other episodes of this leading up to this. Because I don't think we super spoiled too much. I mean, like, even if the things that were spoiled, I feel like the journey to this destination is very interesting.
Yeah,
so,
the plot itself is fairly simple up to this point.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, it's nothing.
It's more about how we got there.
If something happens, you're not going to be like, "What? That happened?" So check out.
I feel like
the previous
this
episodes.
episode could be a good place to jump in.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
I mean, like
recap,
we
yeah.
recapped. I fed like a bunch of information.
We're all together now.
Yeah,
Finally.
all together now.
For now.
Yeah,
True.
for now. So thanks for watching. If this was your first time watching, check that stuff out. If you like this series, we do a long-running continuous campaign of Kids on Bikes. Kids on Bikes is like, if Dungeon World is Lord of the Rings, then Kids on Bikes is Stranger Things. So if that interests you at all, that is the main thing that we have been doing. We have about almost 50 episodes of backlog on that. That's all on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. That's in a playlist called Hijinks Handlebars. There's also a bit.ly/handle stream, capital H, capital S. We have a subreddit, r/Hijinks Handlebars. We have a Discord, which is a part of the QueueTimes Discord. So if you join the QueueTimes Discord, there's a little section that is for the QueueTimes shows. One of those being Hijinks and Handlebars. So you can check that out. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching on Twitch, go to the YouTube comments when the VODs come out, and please leave some comments there. It's really easy for me to find those, and I interact with those pretty easily. That's a great way of getting a hold of me, letting me know stuff. A better way, honestly, is to tweet at me or the show. The handles for the show are @HandleStream. Again, there's a tip jar, !coin. That money goes directly to the shows, and it's really helpful, and we super appreciate it. I want everybody to check out the other shows here on QueueTimes. They've got so many great running shows. There's Clear Skies, there's Hijinks and Handlebars, there's Denver by Night, Long Beach by Night. They're doing their epilogues at the moment. Also, B-Dave is currently doing
so cool.
one-on-one shots, which is basically an interview style one shot where they're playing a game of the guests choosing, and while that is happening, B-Dave is talking to them sort of like an interview, and I believe they take questions from the people watching as well. Not positive on that, but we've had I can't remember who the person just was. But I do remember Matthew Lillard was the first one. So Jim Zub is the first one, the second one now, and it's really cool. Dave is incredible. And it's really great to see these things. It's very, very cool stuff that's happening here at QueueTimes. So
Just an Alien game yesterday too.
Yeah, there's an Alien game.
Alien, like the movie Alien, but tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah, kind of in line with the anniversary, I believe. Yeah, but very cool stuff going on. Very excited. Thank you all for watching. I don't think I have much else to say. Just share it with your friends, talk to us, do the business. We're having a lot of fun. We would love to have more people consuming and viewing and enjoying everything as well. Some of the people who have been going through and leaving comments, I appreciate it a lot, especially the interaction on Twitter and everything. It's wonderful to see other people enjoying the things that we are doing, to the point where they say stuff this is my favorite tabletop show, or oh, this is my favorite piece of media, and that kind of thing is bonkers. And I really love it. Thank you. But you can find me on Twitter and Instagram @KWilliamWhite. I'm also in a band called Glass Beach. We have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. We're working on 3 music videos in tandem right now. We have a Patreon now, Glass Beach Band, patreon.com/Glass Beach Band. And we just met we had met our 75 patron goal, and hopefully as soon as we're done here, I'm going to be releasing to the public the tabs and sheet music that got achieved by that goal. The next goal is releasing early demos of the first Glass Beach album songs. So if you're interested in that at all, I would be a patron for our Patreon. Our lowest tier is $2. We have $2, $5, $10, $20. You don't really get any exclusive content. You get stuff early, and it's more of a sponsorship program. We didn't really feel comfortable doing exclusive content for people. We want everybody to be able to consume everything that we have. So if you are interested in getting more content from Glass Beach, and also helping other people to get that content as well, who probably don't necessarily have the means to do that financially, then we would appreciate it a lot if you would do that, and I know they would appreciate it as well. So cool. There's that, and I think that's all I got.
I have been Jonas Newhouse playing Dowser, the hero of the story, and you can find me on Newhouse, where I tweet about these shows that I do, such as and I also tweet about Animal Crossing. No, the shows I do. Sorry, remember it was like Miss America or something like 12 years ago. Anyway, William mentioned some of them. Court of Corvids is a Pathfinder stream that we are also both on every Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. It's like a zombie apocalypse fantasy story where there's like a lot of weird, cool cult shit happening. We're dealing with a pirate right now. William and I play a married couple on the show, a druid and a druid fighter. It's very fun. And yeah, I post about all that stuff on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. And I think William covered all the stuff about the band. So listen to Glass Beach. We're everywhere. Spencer.
Hi, that's me. Hello. I have been Spencer LaBelle playing Danail. Thank you for the chance to play Danail. I hope y'all are liking him. He's a fun character for me to play. You can find me on Twitter at SpabelVO. You can find me on Instagram at Splubble, which is like bubble with a spla, SBLUBBLE. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sam Richardson. I've been playing Ladislas, the druid, who is the hero of the story. And you can find me on Twitter at Laggardson, LAGGARDSON. You can also find me on QueueTimes on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel, where I produced a series called Monster of the Week, along with William and Jonas and our good friend Sammy Dar. It is really awesome. I'm really proud of it. It is also entirely complete. So if you're looking for something that has a beginning, middle, and end in these trying times, that is the place to look. I'm really proud of the work that went into that series, my own, but also mostly William, Jonas, and Sammy's. I think that they are some of the favorite characters that I've seen playing in a tabletop game, if I might be so bold. You should also go back and watch all of the Hijinks stuff, as William said. I was just thinking this episode how much I miss playing Teddy. Because he is...
Ladislas is very Teddy-like this episode.
I know. He's getting more Teddy and more Teddy.
Well, not only that, but Danail and Brenner got some real Jordan Frankie vibes in this episode.
Yeah.
Like reverse. Yeah.
I'm falling back into the Teddy hole. But yeah, no, it has been super, super fun playing Ladislas so far, and I'm looking forward to continuing it. What else? Go check out my Twitter, where I might be posting some additional Monster of the Week stuff coming up. I had, I think, 4 ideas for other hunts that I'm going to be writing up and posting, one of which I'm currently running right now with a couple of friends, that I will tease as being the Property Brothers meets Aliens.
What are the Property Brothers?
They're brothers, sell property.
Yeah.
I have been Chris. I've been playing Din Din, the Pelican Daddy. You can find me at Tanamato. I do animation and stuff. Man, Sam talking about character stuff makes me I'm very happy to be playing this game, because I'm not like a feeble, nervous boy. I get to play like a
confident man.
Just slamming down your elbow is such a fun power play.
Anyways, thanks guys. It's been fun.
I've been Franny playing Brenner, the human paladin and eventual antagonist. No, I'm joking.
The big bad.
Instagram and Twitter at JUST_FRANNIEK. And if you're a fan of horror films, you can follow my other account at I Love the Horror. Or you can just look up Mask of Zozo, if that would be easier. And please, I'm still looking for recommendations. I've already kind of blown through most of Netflix's, and all of them are bad now, just bad. So I need good horror films, please.
Great, cool.
Have you seen, William? What's that New Zealand movie about?
William? What's that one? William, what's that one?
And then,
I'm trying to
you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
that
All right,
one.
thank you, everyone. Thank you,
William,
so much.
just tell us that one that you're thinking of.
No, wait,
yeah,
William,
the
are you
one-
thinking of the one with the
Deathgasm?
Yeah, Deathgasm.
Yeah, that's the one, I think.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. We do this every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific.
Pacific.
So we hope to see you back next time. Tell some friends about it, and have a good rest of your week. Stay safe, everybody.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Dowser.
Dowser, Dowser.